To deal with leave requests that you have pending on your unit summary, each one of these sections has these little ellipses or little three dots here that act as buttons. So when we have, for example, this one leave request that is awaiting a decision, we can actually deal with it from the unit summary screen. And we can do this just by clicking that button, and it will take us still off the roster, but to a different section that we can now deal with that leave request. The start and end date as to when they want the leave request for, and the duration in days, of course. If they've requested this leave via their own system, the Employee Online system, as they should have, it will also have been time-stamped as to who got there first, or when this person got there, I should say. But of course, your leave requests, as a result, would then be ordered in the day that they requested them. So you're always dealing with the latest request first. So again, you can operate a first-come, first-served policy, should you want to. Across the right-hand side, while I've got this leave request highlighted, it shows me any people that it's actually going to overlap with. So in this case, there is no overlapping leave. It's just this one individual request for this person. So I can actually deal with that in confidence, knowing that there are no overlapping leaves or other people off. So to do that, I can just right-click and approve or reject the request. In this case, I'm just going to approve it, and it will ask if we're sure we want to approve, and if I press OK, the question mark that was in the corner has now gone to a little palm tree, which indicates that it's an active leave request. So that's now been approved. That staff member has actually received an email now to confirm that their leave request was approved as well, just as you would have received an email to state that they have made the leave request, and that's now dealt with. The next time we load this list, if I just refresh that, I'll use this little button here, the arrows going around, that leave request will no longer be there. It's been dealt with. I can now use the buttons just like I can on an internet browser window. I can press the go back button, and that will take me back to exactly where I left off from. I'll try and create an example where we have multiple leave requests overlapping, just so you can see what that looks like. So now I've just logged into the system, and it shows me that I have two pending leave requests. They're just shown here, and again, just as we did before, we can use a little button on the right hand side to click and have a look and see what's going on with these leave requests. So this time we've got two, both question marks. Unfortunately, neither have got a requested date, as the staff members didn't request it themselves. I've added a date for this situation, but the start and end dates are just specified here for each person. Now, if we actually click on each individual request, so we'll start with the top one, I'll just explain what's going on here. So first and foremost, we already have someone off and approved on study leave, which is what the cap is supposed to indicate. So we do already have someone off that's already been approved. So we have to take that into consideration. We then have the request itself for this chap here, and this is for 3 days and 22.5 hours in total, on the 16th to the 18th of November. We also have an overlapping leave request that isn't yet approved, so still has a question mark, for the whole week of that period as well. So it might be that actually I can't approve one of these leave requests. So just because of the way that they're ordered, I'm going to deal with the top one first. If I right click and approve this person's, I can afford this person to be off at the same time as someone on study leave. But for argument's sake, if I couldn't afford for the other person to be off, I would now have to reject that request. So I do that by just right click and request rejected, and I can even add a note to state that it's overlapping. And then press OK. So now what we get is two leaves with palm trees, so they're approved and accepted. We have this chap that was declined. Unfortunately, it's a palm tree with a cross through it, and we still have this individual here with the study leave, which is fine. Again, because they've now been dealt with, if I refresh this, they'll have now disappeared. And that's managing leave requests.